Hi, Mike. I hope you're having a good Thursday and that the test went well this week. Section 7.1 is dealing with income statements. You will pull this information off of the worksheets that you completed last chapter. So this is what the worksheet looked like, and make sure you know, like on here, the net income was $20.99. We will compare that with what you get on the balance sheet, and that ensures you have everything correct on there and everything balances. Income statement heading, very similar to our worksheet. We start off with the company name, the type of report, in this case, income statement, and then our date. Remember, this one's for the month ended. So to prepare the income statement, this is what it's going to look like when you're completely 100, well, not quite 100% done, but pretty darn close to it. We do not have a debit and credit column here. It's going to be a subtotal column, which would be the left column, and that you can see are your expense amounts. And then your total column, which is the right side one, and that gives you your total revenues, your total expenses, and then what your net income is. So first you write in revenue, then the account, then the amount. If you only have one of something, in this case one revenue, that automatically goes to the right hand side. Then you're going to put in the heading of expenses, list all the accounts out, and after you do the last account, which is usually utilities expense, write in total expenses and make sure all those are indented a little bit. Put in the amounts. Once you put in all these amounts, you're going to do a single line. Machine does it automatically for you. Then put in total expenses and what that total is in the right hand column. After that, you're going to figure out what your net income is. In this case, it's our revenue, $35.65, minus our expenses, $14.66, and that gives us a net income of $20.99. And that is the same as what was on your worksheet, so we know we balance, which is good. Woohoo! Put in your single line between the bottom of your total expenses and where your net income's written. Obviously we know it's net income, so we write it down, put in the amount, put in your lines. Then we have to figure these component percentages. Where we only have one revenue account, sales is always 100%. And a component percentage is just what percentage of sales or revenues were our expenses. So, like I said, sales always 100%. So then you're going to take your total expenses divided by your total sales, multiply it by 100. That gives you your percentage. In this case, it's 41.1%. Then you have to figure it for your net income. And you would do 100 minus 41.1. You know that. And then you also need to double check it. So your $20.99 divide by your $35.65 to get your 58.9% for your component percentage. Sometimes you might have multiple revenues. These are done the same way as your expenses. You can see that we start off with our revenue listed, our account titles, the amounts in the first column, then your total. Then you make sure you put in the total revenue. In this case, we have a net loss. Our expenses are bigger than our revenues. So percentage-wise, remember, our total revenue is 100%. So we're going to take our expenses, $44.66, divided by 3610. So that tells us we went 123.7% of our revenues was our expenses. Well, 100 minus 123.7 is a negative 23.7. All negatives you put in parentheses here. And then double check your math also, the 856 divided by 3610. Stakeholders, these are the people that own part of the business. Usually they have a stake in the business, and the component percentage we've gone over. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please make sure you go through the on your own application and work together. We'll double check them when I get back, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good day, Mike.